Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Well, Mr. Speaker, it's been 21 years that I've been in this legislature. June 9th, 03, under the Bernard Lord administration, the 55th session of the legislature. And then, so I served under Bernard Lord, and then Sean Graham. Well, I was on that side for Sean Graham. Premier Allward back here. Brian Gallant, I was over there. The present Premier, I was on this side. I may break a few rules in the next few minutes. and so here we are on the 60th Legislative Assembly. And Mr. Speaker, I was going to add up all the number of times, the number of days in the legislature, the number of trips from Fredericton, the number of times I spoke on motions, the number of words that were spoken. But, you know, Mr. Speaker, I think I won't bore you with the details. It's all in Hansard if you want to check. But I have some special guests here today. Some are there, some are there. I should have done this earlier under introduction of guests, maybe. No, my wife Nancy is here. Thank you for everything. My daughter Jenna, my sister Catherine, and then over here I've got the constituency folks and some volunteers. Everyone knows Kathy Connors, or if you don't, you should. Kathy Connors is my EA. Kathy has been with me for 21 years as always. Hasn't said as many words in Hansard as I have, but certainly has dealt with office and constituents and individuals as my EA. When I say she's worth her weight in gold, that's accurate, because the value of gold is up at the all-time high. Francine Beliveau is here in Fredericton. She's my executive secretary here in the Department of Health. And when I recruited her, was at social development. I said, it's a quiet department. You don't get too many calls. And she agreed to sit with me. And anyways, then of course, COVID hit and I got moved to health. So it got a little busier. So Francine, thanks for putting up with me there. We have Rob Weir, my special assistant, who came on just a couple of years ago. And again, many of you know him as he handles cases for the Department of Health and formerly Social Development. And Don Allen, who works out of the office in Riverview. Again, a longtime Riverview resident and volunteer who's been giving to the community for many, many years. And last but not least, Michael Bushell. There's a legend, Mr. Speaker. Legendary Michael Bushell has been the president of the Riverview riding for 21 years plus. He's like a brother from another mother, but the work he's done, not just for the community, and it was alluded to by the health critic today, that he helps with feeding the vulnerable population and many, many other things when you look at his volunteer work and fundraising through the Elks, through the Peter McKee Food Bank, and there's many others. I'm just scratching the surface. So Mike, thanks for your 21 years of service, not just to the Riverview Party and myself, but to the community as well. Merci beaucoup, thank you. You know, it's interesting when you think about family, the sacrifices they make. I know I've got a lot of brothers and sisters myself. My sister's here, but my brother Bill and my other sister Margaret. And when I look at Nancy's family, the Cowan brothers, John, David, Andy, and Bob, and her sister Ruth, they helped a lot. Thanks. You know, Mr. Speaker, I could look at the various portfolios I've held over the last 21 years. There's been 9 different portfolios. I'm excluding my time in my time in opposition there, because as the critics. But energy, justice, economic development, local government, environment, service New Brunswick, tourism, social development, and health. Wow. Yeah, I know. I can't keep it. I can't keep a job. My resume is crap. But you know, when I started, I was probably one of the most youngest people in the legislature, not as young as the cars, but but now after 21 years, I look around and, well, I'm still in the middle of the pack, I was going to go talk about some of the friends I've made over the years, but my goodness, I'd be here till the Lieutenant Governor comes tomorrow morning. But it's true. It's been a wild ride, and I appreciate the fact I got in. Your fault. Danielle Land was, Moncton East.
Nobody knows him.
He was the Bernard Lord's EA. And anyways, first meeting I had with Bernard, first words he ever said to me was, "You're late." I guess there's probably more backstory to that than but anyways, I met with Bernard and anyways, so Danielle's been a friend since then and will be forever. See, that's why I don't want to talk about all the friends I've made. I'll just take a little sip. Yeah, so fast forward 21 years, here we are. Still have lots of friends from the past, lots of friends from the present, people like the member beside me here, Minister of Finance. We go back grade 8. Minister Fleming, he was a great supporter for many, many years. And my neighbor, Minister Holland, and Greg Turner,
It's okay. They're not going to fire you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You can't fire me. Anyways, Ernie and Minister of Finance. We go to the same church. And we see each other outside of here and appreciate the support we've had there at the church. Yeah, I know, Mr. Speaker, time's marching on. Unanimous consent to continue for another hour? All right. Listen, once again, it's been great. It's been fantastic. I'm excited for the next chapter. It's unwritten, but I think it's going to be fun. Thank you.